Hello students, and in this lectures just we are going to discuss about the behavior of real gases, that is deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Okay, and before going to that, some section, right, and that is after the deduction of the gas laws from the kinetic gas equation, there is a distribution of molecular speeds. There is a distribution of molecular speed from 4.10 to total 4.10, that is not there in your syllabus. Okay, so you don't need to confuse, just you come after that 4.10, we have a 4.11 in our syllabus, that is the behavior of real gases, that is deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Okay, so now we can see that what is the deviation of the real gases from the ideal gas behavior. Okay, right, come to our notes. That same thing, behavior of the real gases, that is deviation from the ideal gas behavior. Okay, and already I mentioned somewhere that what is the ideal gas and what is the real gas. Okay, so where is that? Before the ideal gas equation, what is the ideal gas? Just again I am explaining what is the ideal gas. The ideal gas is nothing but a gas that follows the Boyle's law, Charles law and Avogadro's law strictly at all the conditions, that you call it as an ideal gas. Okay, but what is the real gas? Generally the real gas follows the above laws at a certain conditions, and at the remaining all the situations these can deviate from the ideal gas behavior. అంటే ఏదో ఒక కండిషన్స్, ఒక పర్టికులర్ కండిషన్స్ దగ్గర మాత్రమే ఇవి ఐడియల్ గ్యాస్ బిహేవియర్ని కలిగి ఉంటాయి. మీ రిమైనింగ్ అన్ని కండిషన్స్ దగ్గర కూడా దే యాక్ట్ యాజ్ ఏ, దే కెన్ డీవియేట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ideal gas behaviors. That is the reason we call them as a real gases. Okay, మరి ఎందుకు రియల్ గ్యాసెస్ అనేది ఐడియల్ గ్యాసెస్ లాగా బిహేవ్ చేయట్లేదు అంటే, generally in the ideal gases the main thing is that in the ideal gas, you know that gas generally those are the molecules or some atoms, and when a gas behaves like an ideal gas is that whenever in between the gas molecules the intermolecular forces are absent. ఓకే, అంటే గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ మధ్య ఇంటర్మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్సెస్ కనుక ఎప్పుడైతే ఉండవో దెన్ దే యాక్ట్ యాజ్ ఎన్ ఐడియల్ గ్యాస్. బట్ కమ్ టు ద రియల్ సిచ్యువేషన్, we will neglect, but there are some intermolecular forces, right? There are some intermolecular forces, like you take the HCl gas. HCl అనేది పోలార్ మాలిక్యూల్, సో అదేంటి డైపోల్ అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా కూడా there will be a dipole interactions, dipole force of attractions. Okay, right? So that is the reason why they always, these real gases they deviate from the ideal gas behavior because of the intermolecular forces. Okay, right, again we can come back to the our 4.11 section. Okay, 4.11 section. Okay, again I am reading that the real gases deviate from the ideal gas behavior and do not obey the ideal gas equation at all the conditions. Okay, that is already we know, right? And now come to the Boyle's law. Just you go back to the Boyle's law. What is the Boyle's law? The Boyle's law is nothing but at a constant temperature the volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to the pressure, or else PV is equal to constant. Okay, so from the Boyle's law you know that when we plot a graph between the PV versus P, okay, so generally you graph a PV versus P, it gives a straight line, right? Okay, ఎందుకంటే ప్రెషర్ చేంజ్ అయితే PV ఏమైనా చేంజ్ అవుతుందా? నో, it is a constant. Okay, PV is always constant. ఎందుకంటే మీకు ప్రెషర్ పెంచారు అనుకోండి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా వాల్యూమ్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ when you plotted a graph, when you increases the P, automatically ఏమవుతుంది, వాల్యూమ్ అనేది డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఓవరాల్ ఏంటి, PV is equal constant. Okay, so that is the reason why when you draw a plot with respect to PV, and whatever that P, when you increases the P, what will happen? Automatically volume will be decreases. Okay, and nullify whatever the effect that is caused by the P will be nullified with the value. Okay, so V వల్ల ఏదైతే ఎఫెక్ట్ కలుగుతుందో అది P వల్ల ప్రెషర్ తో ఏదైతే ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందో దాని అది వాల్యూమ్ తో డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఎనీథింగ్ PV with respect to P, when you draw a graph you can get a very straight line. Okay, right, and parallel to the x-axis. You know that it is parallel to the x-axis, but all the gases do not give the straight line and they deviate from it. Okay, so that means generally the ideal gases, for the ideal gases when you draw a PV versus P, it gives a straight line, but generally all the gases deviate from it. All the gases deviate from it. If you have a doubt, just look at this graph. Okay, that is, look at below the graph. There are several gases that at constant temperature deviates. Okay, you see here there is a hydrogen and helium, carbon monoxide and methane. You see here hydrogen and helium, right? You can see, you can find a straight line deviation from the ideal behavior. Okay, and the behaviors also two types. The type A, what is the type A? Hydrogen and helium always shows the positive deviation, right? You assume this is a 0 and the above is nothing but the positive, and the remaining is the down one is a negative. So that the hydrogen and helium you see here, always they are showing the positive deviation from the ideal gas behaviors. Generally the ideal gases give the straight lines. Ideal gases give the straight lines, but hydrogen and helium, they are giving the positive deviations. Okay, and come to the type B. Generally the carbon monoxide and methane shows initially negative deviation at low pressures and shifted to the positive deviations at high pressures. Okay, look at here, the carbon monoxide initially negative and then after that it is going to the positive, and even methane also initially it is a negative deviation and slowly with increasing the pressure what is happening, it is going to the positive deviations. Okay, at high pressure, but at certain pressures, generally at certain pressures they shows the ideal behavior. Okay, so where they can show the ideal behavior is that, just look at here where they can show at very low pressure. You see here the pressure initially at very low pressures, at very low pressure you see here it is very close to the ideal gas behavior. Okay, so that means the at very low pressure generally the real gases behaves like an ideal gas situations. Okay, and if you want it out, just look at one more graph. That again it is from the Boyle's law only, right? You know that in the Boyle's law, when you plot between P versus V, what will happen? When the P increases, volume decreases, right? When the P increases, volume decreases. RS, when the volume increases, you know that P is inversely proportional to 1 by V. This is not exactly, the exact one is that the volume is inversely proportional to the P. So that means when you graph a plot volume with respect to the P, so when the volume increases, obviously P will be decreases, P can be decreases, right? So the volume increasing, initially at low volume the pressure is here, but with increasing the volume, the P value, the pressure is decreases, but it is not linearly, it is in the exponential manner. Okay, you assume that this is for the ideal gas, this is for the ideal gas, but when you come to the real gases, generally at this volume the pressures are here, the pressures are here. Okay, and with increasing the volume the pressure decreases rapidly and come like this. Okay, and come like this, almost both are at the same way, right? If you want to see, I'll show you this graph, right? And the red one is the ideal gas and the blue one is the real gas. Okay, right? So look at here from the graph at low pressures, you see that at low pressure here is the high pressures, and look at here, this is at the low pressures. Okay, at the low pressures you see that the deviation, how much difference is there between the two graphs? It is very less, so that this deviation is very small compared to the high pressure. Here you see that at high pressures how much difference? The difference is very large. Okay, so that means generally at the low pressures the real gases behaves like a ideal gases. Okay, so that is the reason why I can say that the low pressures are suitable. Low pressures are suitable for what? For the behavior. Generally at low pressures, the real gases behaves like a ideal gas, behaves like ideal gas. Okay, next coming to the another parameter, that is the temperature. Okay, pressure is okay, but what temperatures are favorable for the conditions? Okay, now you can see the one more graph, that is effect of temperature on a particular real gas. Okay, so now I am plotting a graph PV with respect to P. Okay, if it is an ideal gas, it has to give a straight line, right? If it is ideal gas, it has to give a straight line. But generally the real gases, generally it can deviate. Okay, so the real gas, you assume that somewhere it is X, and I am finding the real gas PV value with increasing the pressure, but at different temperatures. Okay, different temperatures means initially the temperature of that gas is T1, and after that I will increase the temperature, that is at T2, and it is T3. You assume ikkada 100 anukondi, ikkada 200 anukondi, ikkada 300 anukondi for your clarification. Okay, right? So initial ga 100 degrees దగ్గర ఎలా ఉంటుంది అని అంటే, the plot of curve is like this. Initially it goes to the negative deviation, and slowly with increasing the pressure it will goes to the positive deviation, right? And next మీరు temperature increase చేశారు 200 degrees centigrade అనుకోండి, then the dip is small. Okay, so that means again with the immediately it will goes to the positive deviation. ఇంకొకసారి ఏం చేస్తారు, you increase the temperature very high, so that means at high temperatures, you see that high temperature, it is not even coming to the negative, it is directly going to the positive deviation, Okay, so from this you can say that, what is that, at low temperatures it is taking the negative deviation, at high temperature directly it is taking the positive deviation. Okay, so that means at certain conditions, okay, so you see the dip, temperature increase చేసిన కొద్ది డిప్ ఏమవుతుంది, this is at T1 and this is at T2, అంటే సమ్వేర్ ఇక్కడెక్కడో ఒకనొక టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర ఏమవుతుంది, గ్రాఫ్ అనేది ఇలా వస్తుంది కదా, అవునా కదా? సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఎట్ సమ్వేర్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ద T2 and T3, it touches the ideal gas behavior, okay, so that means compared to the low temperatures, generally the high temperatures, you see that ఇక్కడ 100 ఉంటే 200 ఉంటుంది, somewhere ఇక్కడ 300, అంటే you assume at 250, somewhere at 250 it touches the ideal gas behavior, okay, so that means for the if the real gases want to behave ideal gases like an ideal gas, then it requires high temperatures. Okay, so you write a point that where the real gases, very important point, that is where the real gases behave like ideal gas, that is at the pressure of, where the pressure, at low pressures, and coming to the temperatures, at high temperatures, moderately high temperatures, right? At low pressures and high temperatures, generally the real gases behaves like an ideal gas. Very important point, okay, right? So here is also same thing, at high temperature generally it behaves like an ideal gas. Okay, but there is some important one also there, that is, you see that at low temperatures they are taking the negative deviation, right? Okay, so generally at low temperatures, whenever the gas take the negative deviation, where you can easily okay, that we can discuss later, whatever that, but the only one important point you see here, with the increase of the temperature, the dip of the curve decreasing, right? At a particular temperature, its value becomes 0. Just I show you right here. And there it acts as an ideal gas. And this temperature, you call it as a Boyle's temperature. A Boyle's temperature. Okay, this is important. Somewhere they ask, what is the Boyle's temperature? Boyle's temperature is nothing but where the real gas behaves like an ideal gas. Where, at what temperature the real gas behaves like an ideal gas, and that temperature is called as a Boyle's temperature. Boyle's temperature. Okay, so that means if you want to write, you write real gas behaves like an ideal gas at certain T of temperature. Okay, and this temperature, now you call it as a Boyle's temperature. That you call it as a Boyle's temperature. Okay, like this you have to write important things, right? Okay. Boyle's temperature, the temperature at which a real gas behaves as an ideal gas over wide range of pressures, is called as Boyle's temperature. Very important heading. Okay, and now in your mind there will be some doubts, right? Why gases deviated, the real gases deviate from the ideal gas behavior? ఎందుకు మరి అవుతాయి అని అంటే, అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద కండిషన్స్ అండర్ విచ్ రియల్ గ్యాసెస్ డీవియేట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఐడియాలిటీ? ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ డోంట్ రిక్వైర్. ఎందుకు మరి అసలు డీవియేట్ అవుతాయి అని అంటే, ద ఓన్లీ రీజన్ ఈజ్ దట్ ఇంటర్ మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్సెస్. బట్ బిఫోర్ దట్, ఫ్రమ్ ద కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీ, రీజన్స్ ఫర్ నాన్ ఐడియల్ బిహేవియర్, ఎందుకు మరి ఐడియల్గా ఉండవు అవి? ఓకే, నాన్ ఐడియల్గా ఎందుకు ఉంటాయంటే, దేర్ ఆర్ 2 ఇన్కరెక్ట్ అజంప్షన్స్ ఇన్ ద కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్. ఓకే, సో కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీ మీరు శ్వేత మేడం క్లాస్లో విన్నారు. ఓకే, కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీలో ఏం చెప్తారు? దెర్ ఈజ్ నో అట్రాక్టివ్ ఫోర్సెస్ బిట్వీన్ 2 గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అని ఉంది అందులో. దెర్ ఈజ్ నో అట్రాక్టివ్ ఫోర్సెస్ బిట్వీన్ 2 గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్. బట్ రియల్లీ, in come to the reality, there will be some attractive forces between the 2 molecules. థియరీలో ఏముంది, వాటి మధ్య అట్రాక్టివ్ ఫోర్సెస్ అనేటివి ఉండవు అని చెప్పారు, రైట్? బట్ కమ్ టు ద రియల్ సిచ్యువేషన్, ఖచ్చితంగా వాటి మధ్య అట్రాక్టివ్ ఫోర్సెస్ అనేటివి ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ మోర్ పాయింట్. కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీలో ద యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూమ్ ఆక్యుపైడ్ బై ద గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఈజ్ వెరీ స్మాల్ అండ్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్ వెన్ కంపేర్డ్ టు ద టోటల్ వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద కంటైనర్. టోటల్ వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద కంటైనర్ దాంట్లో ఏముందంటే, కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీలో, ఇఫ్ సపోజ్ కంటైనర్ యొక్క వాల్యూమ్, ఇంత కంటైనర్ ఉంది అనుకోండి, దీని యొక్క వాల్యూమ్ యూ అజ్యూమ్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ 100 ml. ఓకే, సో దీంట్లో గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. సో ఈ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ రియల్గా మరి వీటి యొక్క వాల్యూమ్ ఏంటి అంటే, వెన్ యూ కంప్రెస్ ఆల్ దీస్, కంప్రెస్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతాయి, ఈ టోటల్ కంటైనర్లో ఏమవుతాయి, గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అనేటివి కంప్రెస్ చేస్తే ఎంతో కొంత పోర్షన్ అవుతాయి, అంటే ఇక్కడికి అయితే అనమాట. అన్ని మాలిక్యూల్స్ మీరు కంప్రెస్ చేయండి, అన్నీ కూడా ఇదే వాల్యూమ్లో వస్తాయి, రైట్? సో ద టోటల్ కంటైనర్ 100 ml అయితే దిస్ ఈజ్ సమ్వేర్ 0.5 to 1 ml. సో మరి 100 mlతో కంపారిజన్ చేసుకుంటే ఈ అమౌంట్ అనేది క్యాలిక్యులేటబులా, కన్సిడరబులా? నో, రైట్? సో దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్. దిస్ వాల్యూమ్ ఈజ్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్. ఓకే, సో దిస్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ said in the kinetic molecular theory, that is the actual volume occupied by the molecules is very small and negligible when compared to the total volume of the container. Okay, కానీ come to the real situation. So దాని వల్ల, so the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT is to be corrected. Okay, right? So ideal gas equation ఏంటి, PV is equal to nRT. But come to the real situations, ఇవి రెండు ఫాలో అవుతున్నాయా? నో. ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దట్. అకార్డింగ్ టు ద కైనెటిక్ మాలిక్యులర్ థియరీ, దెర్ ఈస్ నో ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద మాలిక్యూల్, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్కరెక్ట్. దేర్ విల్ బి సమ్ ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్స్, అండ్ ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ ద యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూమ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దట్ ఈస్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్, he said, compared to the container. But again it is not true in all the conditions. Okay, because when you come to the some situations, if suppose same amount of the gas is there in the 10 ml ఆఫ్ ద కంటైనర్, 10 ml ఆఫ్ ద కంటైనర్. దాన్ని మరి మనం కంప్రెస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమొస్తుంది, ఇది 1 ml అనుకోండి, ఇది 10 ml, టోటల్ కంటైనర్ 10 ml. బట్ నౌ యూ కన్సిడర్ 10 mlతో పోల్చుకుంటే 1 ml అనేది కన్సిడరబులా? అవును కదా, ఎందుకంటే ఇది 10%, అవునా కదా. సో దట్ స్మాల్ వాల్యూమ్లో తీసుకున్నప్పుడు వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్యాస్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. అదే లార్జ్ వాల్యూమ్లో తీసుకున్నప్పుడు వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్యాస్ అనేది నెగ్లిజిబుల్. బట్ థియరీలో ఏముంది, ఇట్ ఆల్ ద కండిషన్స్ ఉంది. సో ఆల్ ద కండిషన్స్ ఈజ్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్, రైట్. somewhere it is the considerable, somewhere it is considerable. Okay, so that we need to correct the ideal gas equation. This is an ideal gas equation. So when you want to write the equation for the real gases, what you have to do, you have to correct this equation. Okay, so ikkada correct cheyalante em correct cheyali, only two factors we have to correct. One is the pressure, another one is the volume. ప్రెషర్ అండ్ వాల్యూమ్. ఎందుకు వాల్యూమ్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పాము, ఇక్కడ వాల్యూమ్ అనేది నెగ్లిజిబుల్ అన్నాడు, కానీ ఇక్కడ వాల్యూమ్ అనేది కన్సిడరబుల్. సో దట్ వాల్యూమ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ని మనం కరెక్ట్ చేయాలి. ప్రెషర్ ఏంటి, ఇంటర్ మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్సెస్ అనేటివి లేవు అన్నాడు. ఇఫ్ ద ఇంటర్ మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఆర్ నాట్ దేర్, ఇఫ్ ద ఇంటర్ మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఆర్ దేర్, వాట్ ద ప్రెషర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ఎఫెక్ట్, దట్ ఐ am going to describe, don't worry. But these two factors we need to correct. Okay, so in that first we can see the pressure correction. Yeah, so the first is that pressure correction. Okay, so how that pressure correction, why we need to do the pressure correction is that generally when you look at here, suppose you assume that there is a container like this, and in this some gas molecules are there, Okay, are you able to see this? Yes, some gas molecules are there. Okay, and you know that how the gas molecules exert a pressure, generally the gas molecule will go and hit on the walls of the container. This is the wall, and this molecule will go and hit on the walls of the container with some force. Okay, and you know that force is applied on a particular area, and that is nothing but the pressure. Okay, so that means when the gas molecules hit on the container of the walls, it exerts the pressure, right? Okay, right. And come to the ideal gas. If it is an ideal gas, there will be no force of attractions from the other molecules. Okay, so that means all the molecules freely go and hit on the walls of the container, right? Okay, like this, all of them go freely and hit on the walls of the container, and they can create some pressure. Okay, but come to the real situation. Okay, what is the real gas? What is the real situation is that there is a one gas molecule is here, and it is going towards the container, towards the wall of the container, right? But during this, what will happen, there are some other gas molecules around this gas molecule. They can attract, they can force, or they can attract towards the back. Why they can attract towards the back is that, enduku they can pull, why they can pull is that because they have a force of attractions here, because it is a real gas. So generally in the real gases there will be some force of attractions between gas molecules, right? మరి గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ మధ్య ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్స్ ఉంటే ఏం చేస్తాయి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా one gas is moving in this direction. Immediately what will happen, ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి దాని వెనుక ఉండే మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయి, స్లోలీ దే కెన్ పుల్ దట్ వన్ బ్యాక్. ఓకే, సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది రైట్ సైడ్ మూవ్ అయ్యే స్పీడ్ అనేది ఏమవుతుంది, దట్ స్పీడ్ విల్ బి decreases. When the speed decreases, obviously the force which is applied on the wall, also decreases. So force decreases means obviously the pressure also decreases. Okay, so that means initially here the pressure, you assume that it is a 1 bar without any force of attractions. Back side unna ekkada kuda force of attractions levu. But come to here, the force of attraction should be less than 1 bar. Okay, so that means ideal gases kemo 1 bar untundi, but come to the real, it is less than 1 bar. Ante that means in a PV is equal to nR2 equation. We need to correct the pressure. We need to correct the pressure, right? Because here P ideal is greater than the P real. P real. Endukante P ideal lopata there is no force of attraction, so that easily they can freely move and hit on the walls of the container. So free ga hit ayesaరికి ఏమవుతుంది, here force is high, so the pressure is more. But when you come to the real situation, force of attractions ఉండడం వల్ల ఈ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అనేది స్లోగా వెళ్తుంది, and with the less force it can hit on the walls of the container, so the pressure అనేది తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది, right? Okay, so that means here the pressure of the ideal gas is greater than the pressure of the real gas. So మరి pressure of the real gas ని మనం pressure of the ideal gas కి ఈక్వల్ గా చేయాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి, you need to add something here. Okay, so what you need to add is that very simple, that you have to add pressure correction, that is the AN square by V square. AN square by V square. So the N is nothing but the number of moles. Okay, so that means for 1 mole, if the N value is 1, then it is a correction is A by V square. A by V square. N is equal 1. Ade N moles ka edu unte AN square by V square. Okay, so that means P ideal is equal to P real plus AN square by V square. PN square by AN square by V square. Okay, so this is the pressure correction you need to correct. Okay, and the next one is the volume correction. Next one is volume correction. Okay, so that means already I said at high pressures the actual volume occupied by the gas molecule is to be considered, because this volume is not available for the free movement of the gas molecules. Okay, so ఇందాకనే చెప్పాను, ఏం చెప్పాను మీకు, ఈ వాల్యూమ్ అనేది ఒకవేళ 10 ml అయింది అనుకోండి. నెక్స్ట్ నౌ when you compress all the gas molecules, they can occupy this space, right? So ఇందులోనే గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ అన్ని ఉంటాయి. సో now this is the free space, and now this you assume that it is a 4 ml. It is a 4 ml. But what is the V? The V generally it is the volume to occupy the gas. Okay, so ఇక్కడ ఈ ఆల్రెడీ గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ యొక్క వాల్యూమ్ పోయింది. మరి మిగతా స్పేస్ ఎంత, ఆ గ్యాస్ ఆక్యుపై చేసే స్పేస్, దట్ ఈస్ 9 ml only. But earlier how much you have taken? 10 ml, right? Earlier according to the kinetic molecular theory ఏం తీసుకున్నాం, గ్యాస్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ యొక్క వాల్యూమ్ అనేది నెగ్లిజిబుల్, సో దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద గ్యాస్, the volume of the gas it is always is equal to the volume of the container తీసుకున్నాం, అవునా కదా, రైట్? సో వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద కంటైనర్ 10 ml అయితే వాల్యూమ్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్యాస్ కూడా ఇక్కడ 10 ml తీసుకునే వాళ్ళం, రైట్? బట్ కమ్ టు హియర్, the volume of the gas ఏదైతే ఉందో it is actually 1 ml, but the remaining 9 ml it is to occupy, it is to be occupy. Okay, earlier 10 ml తీసుకున్నాం, but here it is the 9 ml. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to remove some volume, right? General గా మనకి 9 ml వాల్యూమ్ అనేది ఆక్యుపై చేయడానికి రెడీగా ఉంది, కానీ మనం వాల్యూమ్లో ఎంత తీసుకుంటున్నాం, 10 ml తీసుకు, సో దట్ యూ నీడ్ టు కరెక్ట్ హియర్, it is not a 10 ml, it is a 9 ml, right? Okay, so that means you need to remove something into the PV. PV is the ideal. So ideal enta 10 ml undi, but what is the real? The real is the only 9 ml. Okay, so that means you need to subtract something from this V ideal. We need to subtract something from the ideal gas. Okay, is it clear now? So how much you have to subtract is that is the NB. You have to subtract the B value. What is the B is not, what is the B I will explain. Okay, don't worry, the B value you have to subtract. Okay, and come to the, this is for the N number of moles, N moles, that is you have to subtract the NB from the volume. Okay, so but come to the 1 mole, for 1 mole the N value is 1, so that it is V minus B, it is V minus B. Okay, but generally we will take the V minus NB, that is V real gas is equal to V ideal gas. ఇందాక ఇది ఎంత ఉండే 10 ఉండే, ఒక 1 ml మనం కనుక ఇక్కడ తీసేస్తే ఎంత వస్తుంది, V real gas అనేది 9 ml వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ యూ నీడ్ టు subtract something, that is A minus NB. Okay, so this is the volume correction, and earlier one is the pressure correction. Here it is a pressure correction. Okay, so according to the ideal gas equation, you know that PV is equal to N naught. Okay, so you substitute P, this one, and V is the here, and write an equation, that is this is the P term and this is the volume term, that is equal PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT, right? Okay, so PV correction is the P plus AN square by V square, and volume correction is the V minus NB, that is equal to nRT. And this equation generally you call it as a van der Waals equation. Van der Waals equation. Okay, so what is the van der Waals equation? You look at here. The van der Waals proposed an approximate equation which involves the intermolecular force of attractions that contribute to the deviations of the real gas from the ideal gas behavior. Okay, and that is nothing but what is there here? It contains the intermolecular force of attractions. Okay, that you call it as a van der Waals equation for real gases. Okay, now come to the A and B, and A and B are the constants. A and B are the van der Waals constants. Okay, and they depends upon the nature of the gas. This is again important. The van der Waals constant A and B both are depends on the nature of the gas. Okay, so now we can see the significance of A and B. A and B, right? So what is the, now we can see the significance. What is that significance? Is that generally the A is a constant, but even though it is a measure of a magnitude of intermolecular attractive forces. Okay, so that means A is nothing but it is the magnitude of intermolecular force of attractions. Okay, between the in the gas. That means if the A is high, you can say that there is a high intermolecular force of attractions. Intermolecular force of attractions. Okay, now come to the B. What is the B? The B is nothing but the effective volume of the gas molecules. Okay, because B is related to the volume, right? Okay, this is, you call it as effective volume of the gas molecule. If the gas molecule is large, then the B value is large. If the gas molecule is small in size, then the B value is small. Okay, so it indicates the effective size of the gas molecules. Okay, now the important thing is that the units of the A and B, units of A and B. How can we calculate? Is that you know that the P is equal to AN square by V square. P is equal to AN square by V square. Okay, you see here P is equal to, you know that what is the pressure correction? The pressure correction is equal to pressure correction AN square by V square, right? Okay, so P is equal to, when you take it, P is equal to AN square by V square, right? And what is that A? A is nothing but PV square by N square. So what is the P? Pressure, atmosphere, V is the liter square, and N is the mole. So that you write it atmosphere, liter square, mole inverse 2. This is a very important. Next is that the B units. Okay, V is equal to NB. You know that B is equal to V by N, that is a liter by mole, that is liter per mole. Okay, so these units also very important. Okay, right, very good. And in the next class we can see the compressibility factor. Okay.